I never liked the house. It's what we would say is new build house in the UK, and is on a large development site that has about 100 houses which are all built in the same 5 designs over and over. The house is a detached house with a dead-end road outside, and then beyond that, a green strip of trees and bushes before an iron railing fence, and then another road. It's a really quiet area. There is the occasional car, but not constant traffic noise, which I am more used to having grown up in the city in Wales. As I have said, I never liked the house. There are 3 doors into the house: the front door, the side door, and French doors out of the conservatory. There was also a garage that was built into the house and had an entrance to the house near the kitchen. My mum has now had this remodelled, and it's bricked over into an office room. And I never liked how many doors there were into the house. My stepdad travels a lot for work, and my mum sometimes goes with him. I like them going away for a few days, because I had the house to myself with just a cat, and I got some independence which I missed after getting sick, but I never slept well when I was on my own in the house. Instead, I would stay up late into the night and catnap with the light on in the hallway, and my bedroom door open so I could open my eyes and look straight at the top of the stairs. One night they were away. It was about 2 a.m. and I was sitting on the sofa in the living room with my laptop and only one lamp on right behind me. Every door was locked and I double-checked them twice before I was comfortable in closing the curtains, which are really heavy and don't let light in or out. So I am pretty sure that no one could see the light that was on behind me, as the living room door was mostly closed. I was stretched out on the sofa with my laptop on my lap, and at my feet the cat was asleep. I'm not sure what I was doing on my laptop. Maybe studying. Well, maybe more like scrolling through Tumblr. As I sat there, the cat stirred and lifted her head, tilting it towards the front door. I couldn't see the front from where I was sitting because of the living room door being pushed, and to be honest, when the cat woke up at first, I wasn't really paying attention, and she is quite a timid cat who gets startled at nothing. Or maybe she can see demons. The cat stirred properly, still looking intently at the living room door still, and as I finally paid attention to her, I noticed that the hallway beyond the door was lit up by the porch security light through the glass window in the front door. I was wary, but not overly worried straight away, because I had noticed that the light comes on when foxes run past the house. I got up and moved towards the living room door, but before I opened it, I could hear the handle of the door being very slowly pulled down. It was an old wooden door, rather than the PVC doors you get usually, and it was basic Maltese or sash lock. I had locked the door, removed the key earlier, and put across these really flimsy bolts at the top and bottom across. I could hear the handle being really slowly pulled down because it squeaked slightly, and the barest rattle of the door, and I was terrified. I picked up my mobile from the coffee table really quick and preloaded 999 into it, so I just had to press call if need be before opening the living room door. The porch light was still on, and through the glass, which was frosted, I could see the outline of a man standing to one side of a door, and the handle was pressed all the way down. I froze for a second and had no idea how to react. The handle was obviously not opening the door, but he wasn't letting go, and I could see the door move very slightly as he seemed to push against the door. I finally shouted out something along the lines of, "Oi, what do you think you're doing?" And the handle snapped back up, and I stepped into the hall so he could see me through the glass like I could see him through it. There was a pause of what felt like the longest 5 seconds of my life of us looking at each other, and then the outline ran away back up the driveway, and it was too dark to see where he went. I didn't sleep that night at all, and kept going around making sure the doors were still locked. My mum and stepdad came home the next day, and I explained what had happened to my mum, and she thought maybe it was someone drunk coming home from the pub and getting the wrong house, and not to worry too much about it. A few years later, after I had moved back to Wales, and my mum stayed alone in the house when my stepdad went away again, she was lying in bed on her laptop with the same cat, lying at the top of the stairs at about 1 a.m. My mum had her bedside light on, but no other lights in the house, and as she watched, the cat stirred and looked down the stairs directly at the door. My mum got up to see what she was looking at, and looking down to the front door, could see someone through the glass trying the handle again. She slapped the lights on as quickly as she could and yelled at them. Whoever it was also scarpered as well. Not sure if the two instances are linked at all, considering the time frame between them, but if the person who kept trying to enter my parents' house could please go away, and let's never meet again.